One of the major changes that Steinberg made with Cubase Pro 10 was an overhaul of the VariAudio system, taking VariAudio itself to version 3. In this month's Cubase Workshop column, I'm taking a look at how some of those changes have enhanced the workflow of the vocal pitch correction process. I've therefore created a number of short video clips to accompany the article that demonstrate some of the tools in use. However, before we do that, let's take an overview look at the new interface, and in particular the range of smart controls that are now available within VariAudio. Okay, so here we are in the sample editor with our vocal track open and the VariAudio panel open. And with the pitch correction process, the first task that we need to carry out is simply to get Cubase to analyze the audio and add the note segments and the pitch curve. So we just click the Edit VariAudio button. That process will be triggered, and there we are with our note segments and pitch curve added throughout the audio file. As described in the text of the main article, Steinberg have added a whole range of new smart controls in this iteration of VariAudio. If we enable the Show All Smart Controls option, when we then hover over a clip, these smart controls are arranged around the clip edges. And in fact, I think there's 12 in total, each of which provides a different function that allows you to manipulate the audio segment, whether it's its pitch or some other characteristics, in different ways. I'll describe the detailed operation of some of these tools in the context of pitch correction in a moment, but let's just tour around the available controls so we know which control does what. At the bottom we can split a segment, see a little scissor tool appears, but you can also, with a shift key, glue two segments together. We then have the pitch quantize control for detailed adjustments to the center pitch for the currently selected segment. We can tilt the pitch curve one way or the other, and you can also change the point at which that tilting is anchored from one end or the other of the segment. You can straighten the pitch curve, and you can, with the two triangle smart controls, you can define a range within the straighten pitch curve control to operate. So you can, for example, not adjust the pitch at the note starts and note ends for more natural transitions. The other controls here are perhaps less relevant to a discussion of pitch correction, in that we have warp controls, which will do time stretching, whether it's at the end of a segment or at the beginning of a segment. We have a volume control, so you can fine-tune the volume of individual notes. It's great if you have a word or a syllable, for example, that just needs a little boost or a little cut in volume. It's quite a neat way of doing it. And we have formant shifting. Again, perhaps more of a creative tool than one used for pitch correction. Perhaps the thing to highlight here is that having instant access to all of these different tools, you don't have to dip into another menu, you don't have to find a toolbar to change from one tool to another, brings a real efficiency to the pitch correction process, and it can be a tedious job at the best of times. So having instant access to all of the controls just means that you get the job done faster, more efficiently.